Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Golden Truth Tarot. Let's get started with your March reading. The first week of March, I see you worried and concerned about money, about your finances. The first few months of 2025 have been very stressful for you. You've seen an increase in prices, increase in your rent, increase in your everyday utilities, so that your basic needs have increased. And you have waited and waited. Let's see what happens. You tend to believe in your luck a lot, Sagittarius. You tend to think, oh, everything is going to work out my way. I can manifest more money. I can get through this difficult time. And that has caused you to get more and more into debt, because a lot of you have racked up credit cards, have even gotten some loans, and now you're at a point in the first week of March where you're making the money and you're spending it right away, and you're still unable to cover everything that you need to cover for yourself. And I'm talking about your basic needs. So now is the time for you to be practical, be mindful, sit down, look at everything, look at all your expenses in a practical way, and what can you change? Can you get a second job? Can you work part-time on the weekends? Can you get paid for some project? Can you reduce, maybe change the location of where you live to move to a more affordable area? If you're leasing a vehicle, maybe change the vehicle to something that is more financially reasonable for you. If you have a vehicle that is expensive at this time, what other bills you can reduce? Think about everything in a very rational, practical way. Now, for couples, for those Sagittariuses who are married or living together, I'm seeing a change in the way you manage the finances together. So if before you would talk about all the bills that you have, you both helped each other, you both sat down and did your numbers together and planned together, now you're going to see a change when one of you is going to spend money on themselves more and leave you with the burden of having to pay everything else. And this is going to create a lot of stress and a lot of pressure for you, Sagittarius. And that's an indication. A lot of times it can be a clear indication of infidelity or a third party involved when you see that one partner is spending more money on themselves because they like someone else and they want to look better and they want to take better care of their image, of their looks, or they are funneling more money towards someone else. So the truth is always in the bank statements if something is going on. So it's not going to apply to every single Sagittarius, but for some of you the problem is that there's someone else involved in this situation. Now, I also see, Sagittarius, if you have started a relationship based on pure interest, not because you like this person or because you're in love, but because you enjoy the financial benefits that you get from living with this person or from dating this person, meaning you like the lifestyle, you like the trips, you like everything that this person is providing for you, you are going to get caught in the month of March. You're going to get exposed. The other person is going to tell you, oh, you are just with me because of the money. You're just with me because of what I can do for you, what I can provide for you. It's going to be very clear. And that is going to put you in a position where you're not going to know how to manage the situation. It's going to be hard for you to get out of this particular issue. And I'm saying this because even in the second week of March, I see that for a lot of you, you want money fast. You don't want to work hard for your money. You want to get money as fast as possible. So some of you might be looking at ads or notifications about employment and say to yourself, also, I have to work 2 weeks straight or a week straight or a month straight for this much money. No, that's not going to be enough for me. That's not going to be enough for my lifestyle. So you want fast money, and that's why Sagittarius is also as a sign connected with a gambler, connected with you trying your luck in different ways, which I would not advise. Be mindful, because sometimes you're trying to do something fast and that can completely backfire on you. I also see that during this week, for couples, you might see some Sagittarius, you're going to see a lack of effort from the other person, and that's also a sign that there's not that there's someone else there, because they're not going to be as focused on you anymore. They want to give the bare minimum and ask you to give everything else, and ask you to give 100%. So there's going to be a conflict there, and it's all about the finances and how much you disagree with one another about how one person is spending, what are you contributing, what are you doing, everything. And the truth is going to be, as I said, the truth is going to be exposed. It's going to be exposed in the third week, either from the Sagittariuses that are either from the Sagittariuses that are having the doubts and you think your partner is cheating or something is happening. You're going to find out the truth. And of course, I see you feeling sad, feeling betrayed, feeling that this is not fair. But it's also difficult for you at this time to make a final decision, because of how financially, how stressed you are, because even though this person might not be giving you 100% of what they were giving you before, is still more than you having to pay for everything yourself. So that makes the situation, again, finances make the situation more stressful and more complicated. Now, on the other end, if you are the person that got into this relationship for the wrong reasons, and mainly being financial, the truth is going to be exposed at this time. And you could be talking to one of your friends or sharing how you truly feel, and then the other person is going to hear that. And it's going to be one of those situations where you can't deny it. There's no way to turn around and say, but no, that was a misunderstanding, I didn't really mean that, or that didn't happen. There's no way around it. Someone is going to you're going to get caught. So be careful and be mindful. If those are your intentions and you are in a relationship for those reasons, make sure you're not sharing with others what you're truly feeling and what is truly what's truly on your mind. Also, for some Sagittarius, and this is a very specific message, of course, it's not going to apply to everyone, but for those of you who are trying to get fast money, or trying to pay for things, or you're trying to earn in a quick way, make sure that everything you're doing is legal. It's legal, and you are not putting yourself into problems for the future. It's going to backfire. You're going to get caught in the third week. Be mindful, be careful. Yes, sometimes working very hard for a month or 2 weeks or a week straight, and then getting a small paycheck can be stressful, can be debilitating. But it's better to be safe and do things the right way than get yourself into more problems later. So be very mindful, Sagittarius, of the third week of March. Again, it's not going to apply to anyone. If you are in a position like that and you're watching this video, then that's a message for you. Now, in the last week, after all of this is going to come to light and being exposed, you're going to find yourself truly with your back against the wall, not knowing what to do. You can change things. You can make a decision at this time. You are conflicted. You're not ready to move forward. You are feeling very stressed at this time, feeling like you have no support from others, that this is a situation that the two of you have to solve with one another. The best thing you can do is to follow your intuition, but also open your eyes to the truth. Open your eyes to the options in front of you. This whole month is giving me this energy of waiting, either waiting or rushing, doing too much, taking too many steps. And we have that air, we have so many planets in March in Aries, and that Aries energy is all fire. And of course, you're a fire sign, Sagittarius, so that affects you as well. So either you're going to rush and do something and move forward fast, or you're going to just wait like a slow burn. The best thing you can do is to practically make a decision for yourself. Don't just keep waiting for the solution, and make the necessary changes that you need to make, especially for your finances, because the 2 here is telling me that this situation is getting out of control financially. It's becoming very difficult because of how much debt you have at this time, and how much you're going to continue to accumulate if something doesn't happen, if something doesn't change. And from the Oracle of Love and Romance, the message for you guys is deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So yes, someone is wearing a false mask. Either for some Sagittarius is you wearing a false mask in the relationship, or for others is the other person wearing a false mask. Whatever the case is for you specifically, the truth is going to be revealed in the month of March, and it's going to be one of those difficult months where you have to really go through some things and change some things and experience some pain, but it's necessary for you to cleanse, for you to change. The lesson here is, if you need something, if you want something, do it yourself. If you want a specific lifestyle, if you want a specific way of living and money and abundance, do it yourself. Because if you do it yourself, yes, it's a long journey, yes, it's stressful, but nobody can take it from you because you worked for it and you build it slowly. If it's fast money given it to you from someone else, the same way they give it to you quickly or fast, they can take it away in the same way, but not if it's yours and if it's something that you have gradually built and gradually worked for. Okay, Sagittarius, this is everything that I see for you for the month of March. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave me a like, a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and I see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.